right now I want to talk about the natural aphrodisiac that makes you absolutely irresistible to women. And that natural aphrodisiac is something called mojo and testosterone, aka swag. Okay, that's where swag comes from. It comes from having mojo and testosterone. And this is a natural aphrodisiac that you can not only increase in your own body, in your own system, but something that you can just naturally elevate by, number one, eating healthy. Number two, sleeping. Okay, sleeping at least 8 hours per night, getting a good night's sleep. And number three, probably more important than anything else, is to keep moving in life. Okay, keep moving in life. And if you have all of those three elements working in your favor, where you're eating clean, you are getting enough sleep, preferably 8 hours, and you are constantly moving in life, your body will naturally be producing mojo and testosterone. And as a man, these are two key traits in order to feel happiness in life, in order to feel fulfilled, in order to feel motivated, and in order to keep going. Okay? In order to keep going in life. I did actually a coaching video on this on my Alpha channel, talking about mojo and testosterone, why it is vitally important for you as a man to keep moving in life. And it is, guys. And this is why I can't say enough about having a path and purpose in life, finding out what it is you are here to do with your life, and then getting on your grind. Okay? Because when you don't have a path and purpose, you're not going to have anything to grind on, and you're going to be wandering aimlessly about out there like a zombie, lost, confused. You're going to be vulnerable to falling to groups, mobs, and ideas and values that will generally not be good for you. Okay, so this is why it's important for you to take control of your life and find out what it is you're here to do. What is your path and purpose? What are you ultimately going to be happy doing? What can you become the best in the world at, or compete against the best in the world at, so that you can get on that grind and start pounding away at it every day, so that you will not fall victim to any kind of adversities that are going on in the world, any kind of chaos or destruction that's going on in the world that the mainstream media is trying to push onto society, right? I see a lot of weak-minded people out there, a lot of these zombies out there running around waiting for instructions from the mainstream news or their politician about, oh, okay, I gotta wear a mask, or I gotta do this and that. It's like they're just waiting for the next set of instructions. It's like, dude, you should listen to doctors. You shouldn't be listening to a politician or a news anchor or late night talk show host. Listen to doctors. Read the statistics from accredited medical professionals, right? Not a politician who's been lying his entire adult life, right? But anyway, not to get too far off track, guys, you have to be on your grind. As a man, you have to constantly keep moving in life to keep your mojo and testosterone levels high, to keep your body producing even more mojo and even more testosterone, because this is a natural aphrodisiac for creating attraction with the opposite sex, with women. Because when females see that you are a guy who is on your path and purpose, who is getting shit done, who has focus in life, right? Who is focused in life and has a life plan that is bigger than what she's used to seeing from other guys, it will become naturally attractive to her. Okay? Again, it's a natural aphrodisiac. For me, as you guys know, I teach pickup and dating advice. I also teach self-development, and beyond that, I've also acquired other cash-flowing internet properties, ventures, business ventures. I've become somewhat of a serial entrepreneur these days. I'm just looking for more cash-flowing properties that I can acquire and buy and put a team behind, and I'm constantly grinding on that. Okay, I'm constantly grinding on that. I'm looking for more of those, more online properties that I could build and put a team behind. I'm constantly on my path and purpose, And because of that, it's become even easier for me not only to attract younger, hotter, better looking females into my life, but also keep them there. Like, none of these chicks want to leave. It's weird. Once they start dating me, it's like none of them want to go. And a lot of times I'm just so busy working on my businesses and doing my own thing that I barely make time for them. And as much as they complain about it, they don't leave. They stick around. They wait for me, right? Whereas back in the day, like when I was still blue pill and I had nothing going on in life and I was making women my purpose in life, right? I was making them like center stage in my life. They couldn't wait to get rid of me. I mean, they were like just not wanting to have anything to do with me, right? They were losing sexual attraction for me and they just didn't see a future with me, right? It's because I was missing that critical element of mojo and testosterone, right? Because my grind was really women, right? That was really what I was living for. I wasn't living for myself. I wasn't living for my path and purpose. So understand how vital it is to increase your levels of mojo and your levels of testosterone in your own system, because this is the most powerful aphrodisiac for getting girls to pay attention to you, for getting girls to kind of just smell those pheromones off of you, right? Like, shit, this is a high value guy, right? And that's really what we define as high value, is a guy who is moving in life, right? Who is moving in a direction towards his goals, towards his aspirations, towards his dreams, towards his ambitions. And he's making things happen on a daily basis. He's getting better and better. He's becoming a better version of himself every single day. You might see him one day and then see him like fast forward a month, 2 months later, and he's even better. And then you don't see him again for another 3 or 4 months, and then he's even better. He's even higher in life. Then you see him like 6 months later or a year later, 2 years later, and he's way up here because he's constantly grinding, he's constantly moving. And because of that, he attracts not only hot women into his life, but he attracts other high value males into his life. You feel me? This is why I'm saying it's a natural aphrodisiac, not only for attracting hot women, but other high value guys who are also on their grind just like you are. Okay? So just understand that, guys. This is a natural pheromone. This is a natural chemical inside of you that you can hone, elevate, increase, and really use to your advantage. Is just increasing your levels of mojo and testosterone. And the way that you do that is you get on your grind, you find your path and purpose, and you keep moving in life. And you don't stop. You don't get distracted. You just don't stop. You keep grinding and grinding. The problem is a lot of guys who lack mojo and testosterone, the reason why they lack these things is because they're not doing jack shit with their lives. They're just sitting around all day long. Might be playing video games, might be eating bad food, okay? Might be spending all their time in the YouTube comments hating, right? Or any other social media hating. Or they might be on some model's Instagram or OnlyFans simping and liking all her photos and paying for a membership to see her naked photos and shit like that. And they're not on their grind. Okay, and then if these guys ever get tested for their levels of testosterone, they'll be shocked that it's like, man, I've depleted my testosterone. Instead, I have an influx of estrogen pumping through my veins. No wonder I act like such a little girl. No wonder I'm always throwing temper tantrums. No wonder I can't control my own emotions. No wonder I'm hating on other guys and being envious. I have too much estrogen pumping through my veins and not enough testosterone. Okay, so that is, an example of the reverse, where a guy who's not on his path and purpose and on his grind is going to be lacking mojo and lacking testosterone, aka he's going to be lacking swag. He's not going to have much swag. You see these guys who are out in venues, just very socially awkward, always inside their heads, and just a lot of social anxiety, lack of social calibration. You can tell these guys just don't have that mojo. They don't have that testosterone. They have no swag, right? AKA they have no game. Take my advice, eat clean, get enough sleep, and constantly be moving in life so that your mojo and testosterone levels remain high and continuously increase as you become more and more successful. That's all I'm going to say for tonight's coaching video. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you are notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Very important you subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton. Helps get the word out to other guys. And we can really share this red pill knowledge, this very, very powerful dating and pickup knowledge with other guys, so they don't find themselves in these negative situations with the opposite sex, with